Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you all for coming today and agreeing to speak with me about something that happened right here in Oberlin 10 years ago that's become commonly known as the Oberlin-Wellington Rescue. My name is Amelia Fraze, and I'm a reporter for the Cleveland Plain Dealer.
My name is Albert Gallatin Riddle, and I was one of the defense counsel for the rescuers when they were prosecuted.
The law said that a slave catcher could enter the great state of Ohio, capture a slave, and return that slave to its owner.
Mr. Wack is a slave of a different variety. He's obsessed with the crossed T's and dotted I's of legislation that was enacted by scoundrels. He needs to be less concerned about the law and more concerned about what is right.
By 1858, when the rescue occurred, Oberlin was considered the most racially integrated town in America. Oberlin's location in the north central part of Ohio, not far from Lake Erie, made it the gateway to Canada.
So my husband and a man that we were traveling with set out to find this wonderful place. Well, as they neared the town, they actually stopped at a farmer's field to ask some men working in that field how far it was to Oberlin. And the farmer there told him that the entire town had been swallowed up, and there was just a hole in the ground where the town used to be.
Well, since my pa was a good Democrat, the slave catchers had been advised to ask him for help capturing John Price and his friend Frank. But my pa wasn't home at the time, and when they found out that I was planning to go to Oberlin the next day, they asked me for help instead. Offered me $20 if I could get both John Price and his friend Frank into a buggy with me and bring them to Oberlin.
We all agreed, however, that I, with my new position as president of the college and having a reputation of being a law-abiding and upstanding citizen, no one was going to suspect me of harboring a fugitive.
Shakespeare, how did I miss that?
Mr. Lincoln, you were one of those arrested. Could you tell me about that?
I was arrested as I taught a class at the Amos Kidwell School in Dublin, Ohio. That day, a constable marshal and a sheriff stormed into my classroom and held me, William Lincoln, put me in handcuffs in front of my students. One of those sheriffs said to my class, "Your teacher is nothing but a bad man."
You know as well as I do that the Ohio Constitution clearly stated then, as it does now, that only white men can vote.
That's right.
They were breaking the law!
We have had enough. Sit down.
This flyer was distributed throughout the community, alerting the citizens of the rescuer's return. Sunset, July 6th. Nearly 3,000 people gathered at the Oberlin train station cheering and shouting at the train.
And therefore, it is, Your Honor, that I urge by all that is good and great in mankind, that I should not be subjected to the pains and penalties of this oppressive law.
Now, I have nothing to do with enticing slaves away, nor any sympathy with those who do. But if a fugitive comes to me in his flight from slavery and is in need of food or clothing or protection or means of further flight, if he needs any or all of the gentle charities which a Christian man may bestow upon another, then even in my extremest need, so help me God, he shall have them all.